Good morning. I'm doing my little walkabout with the pups in the morning, and I've already started the cloning process for the tomato varieties that were started a bit early. And this one, this Principe Borghese, the sun-dried variety Italian tomato, has lots of what gardeners call suckers. So I'm going to be doing even more clones. This is a battle here. I've never had such problems with tomatoes up north that I do down here in the south. So I like to continually have the new tomato plants coming up. All right, the Guinera procumbens, the only one that made it through the winter, was overwintered indoors. The two that had stayed outside did not make it. And the tea plants that I took inside didn't make it. And I left the small, tiny stragglers outside, and they made it, but they're not looking that great. So I'm going to do a transplant there. And there's more and more of the Litchi Tomato volunteers showing up. And they are just growing and blooming wonderfully. So the reason why I'm here is this is a new variety to me, and this was given to me by Sky Bird, and I thought that it was going to produce seed heads, but it's a walking onion. And I had thought that the bulbs were going to walk from the base, you know, just like a hosta and other bulbing plants sometimes do. But these seed clusters have now turned into a whole bunch of little baby sprouts, and the weight of them is causing the leaf, the onion stalk, to drop to the ground, and then it'll take root. So that's how they walk. Very, very cool specimen. I love it. And while I don't use them for the onions because the bulbs are small and I've just been letting them go, I do use the onion tops. And here we have cinnamon basil. There it is, the leaf change. And to get it bushy, pinch that off. The hummingbird sage is showing really nice growth. And my stuff in the pots is doing well. There's my second round of the golden Marconi. The first round I had sowed probably about 8 seeds, and the germination rate wasn't good. And then the transplant didn't do so good, and I only have one adult plant. So I did 2 pots with 8 each in them, and we'll see how that transplant goes. I won't have enough. I don't think I'm going to have enough room up front, so I'll do some out back in the main garden. And the tomatoes, and here's the nature teas. I had all female flowers over the last few days, and now I have all males that bloomed this morning. So I would say in the next week, I'll have the male and female coming at the same time. I have a strange spotting occurring on this green amaranth, and I've never seen this before on any leaf, and certainly not the amaranth. I've grown the Love Lies Bleeding and the giant golden. So this is gonna be a little research to see what's happening here. And since it's not happening on all of my plants, you know, it's not due to the rain contaminants or anything like that. This squash is doing really nicely. And the winged beans are coming up. So I'll tell you about the little shocker that I had yesterday as I'm walking out back. Now, it's no surprise that a crazy baby squirrel is coming for a daily visit. And she comes in the evening, right at sundown. And we have not been engaging in contact with her. If she wants to come and get on us, we let her do it, but there's no, engaging her. So, trying to wean her off the human contact. That is going to make a lot of onion plants. So yesterday she came in the morning, and I would think that maybe, this time of year they're having a little bit of a problem with a food source. So my bird feeders are always full, and the squirrels come to eat. So baby comes and she's on the deck and she's munching, but she shows up in the morning. Then she shows up in the evening. And Michael is on day shift, teaching day shift this week, so he had dinner. And then we were speaking about seeing her in the morning and how we thought that was odd, and wondering if we were going to see her in the evening. And she did. She came. And not only did she eat, but she heavily engaged us, jumping on us and rolling on her back and being all cute and playful with the two of us. And then she likes to go back and forth between us, hopping on our shoulders back and forth. And then I said to Michael, well, I've got some stuff to do, but I don't want to leave her. I want it to be her choice to leave us. And he said, well, I'll sit with her. And then her eyes started to get heavy as she's laying on Michael, and she's yawning, and I said to him, I wonder if she wants to stay. And a couple minutes later, she jumps down and hits the deck floor and goes and stands in front of the door like she's a dog waiting to be let in. So I opened up the door, and she cautiously came into the living room and looked around, and then she went right up on the easel and into her nest. And then she woke up this morning, did her little stretch and yawn routine, adorable as it is. She ate, and then she went back to sleep. So 2 weeks out on her own, and she already needs a little hiatus. A wonderful surprise here is last fall's crop that was crushed by the squirrels. Some survivors had made it, just a handful, one kale, and that didn't do anything. But here the kohlrabi is bulbing up. Very nice specimen, and this is truly one of my favorite plants. And this is a total new one to me. My corn is being pulled underground, and I just don't have luck with corn. Usually it's the squirrels that get it, and now here on this property, a mole or a vole is taking the corn plants under. We'll see how many, if any, make it through between all of the critters. And then this kohlrabi, check this out. This totally got all knotty in the heat, and I thought it died back. And then right out from the base, it sprouted a new one, and that's also bulbing up. Now I hear the kohlrabi leaves are also edible, and I've never consumed them, but I'm going to give it a try this year and eat them like collards. The other thing that I wanted to say on the corn patch is it looks like I should be a cleaver farmer. Predominantly the green ground cover in here is the cleavers. And I had mentioned in the last garden video that this is a medicinal. And since there's so much of it here, it's prompting me to go figure out exactly what it's used for. And lots of cleavers in the melon patch. But everything is sprouting up nicely. All the direct sow, all of the transplants, the first round of ground cherries, growing very nicely in the spot that I chose for them. And I still have to get on that thinning. It'll probably be today's project since we're due for rain. And it won't be, blast it with the heat. All right, I'm going to get in the house and get some chores done. and then get out here and get after it. Hope you're well, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.